Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, happy Monday. I hope everybody is having a great day. Happy Memorial Day. And let's get right into it. We're going to talk about, there were two reality TV shows on last night. I watched both of them. I only made notes on one, and that's the one that we're going to talk about right now. That is Love Hotel. Listen, I I love this show. I mean, I don't think it's like I don't know. It might not be Bravo's highest rated TV show, but I feel like it's the perfect show, perfect lighthearted show going into the start of summer. What is going on here? So it's messy. I enjoy it. I've been enjoying it. Okay, so let's get into last night's episode. Okay, we start off with the letter that Shannon gives Earl. Now, they foreshadowed like maybe this was going to be an elimination letter. Like, she wanted to get some things off her chest before she eliminated him. However, we find out that's not the case. They go back to the fact that, like during one of their conversations, one of the conversations between Shannon and Earl, she found out that he has a stepson from one of his former marriages, and he just like left his life. He just left Earl's life whenever this kid was like 11 or something like that. And he has always wanted a relationship with the stepson, and he's always wanted to like find him. So what she did was she gave all the information that she had about the stepson to her attorney, and her attorney went to work and found him. I'm going to tell you, when I was so surprised by this, that she did this, and Earl was so happy and just like crying, and just, I'm going to tell you, Shannon, I don't have any background on Shannon because I have never watched Real Housewives of Orange County. So I don't know, but to me, this seems like a good person, just because in her mind, she was like, I'm going to eliminate him, but just because there's not going to be like this romantic connection between the two of them, she knows that this would make him so happy. So she did this. I saw online a lot of people were like, he's a grown man. He could have done that on his own. I thought that showed like a lot of who Shannon is. I think Shannon at heart is a good person. Yeah, she had the DUI. Everybody makes mistakes, okay? She's learned from that, and she said she wanted to do this because she has kids. She knows how like deeply connected and how much she loves her daughters, and she knows how much Earl wanted kids. So that's why she did that. I was blown away by that. I thought that was so sweet. Okay. There's two men this week that were like super confident in the fact that they were going to be staying. Like, I'm not going home for elimination. The first one was Adam. Adam is 100% positive that there's no competition for him. I mean, I can see why he's feeling that way, because Shannon did tell him, yeah, Earl's not the guy for me. So, I mean, she came right out and said it. However, whenever there was the opportunity for him to kiss her, he didn't. So he's bringing like no excitement. Like, this is the Love Hotel. This isn't a place where you go, by the way, let's hydrate. Wham ham. This is the Love Hotel. This isn't a place where you go to like be conservative or take it easy or just, not throw caution to the wind. Let's throw caution to the wind. this is where you should let it all hang out. And he's not doing any of that. So Adam is very confident going into this whole elimination. So, what's I gonna say? Earl. What's his name? Joel. Okay, so Joel, the love concierge. He's like, listen, we're gonna have a whole day. We don't have anything planned for you, but this day is going to be spent like solidifying your connections, or if there's more than one person vying for a woman, like shoot your shot right now, because later on tonight, it's going to be elimination. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put this right out here. In my mind, I'm thinking, would it be so bad if Shannon picked Jay? Because Shannon and Jay get along very well. I'm not against that. I don't know. I think they could be nice together. So, listen, Luann, two women give Adam some advice, and that's Luann and Giselle. Both of them are like, you gotta do a little more with Shannon. Like, you gotta get a little more flirty. You gotta make a move. Like Luann said, you gotta get a little aggressive. Aggressive meaning like you have to do more than what you're doing right now, which is nothing. Okay, kiss her. Like, show her that you are you're attracted to her, that you want to be romantic. Because right now, all it's really giving is friendship, and you're moving slowly. Like, you're in competition with somebody else. So get out there and show her like that you are very interested in her. At the end though, Adam is kind of like, he's like, Shannon is comfortable with me. But if Shannon is comfortable with me, then why are you all telling me that this is what I need to do? So in my mind, is he now second guessing how confident he is with her? Or is he like, listen, these women are full of shit because she's comfortable with me? So, you know what I mean? Speaking of confident, the other guy that's super confident is Silver Fox Ralph. Ralph is uber confident, but Ashley's over at the bar with Wale kissing up on him, talking about how you got such soft lips. Here's the thing. Wale says, I want kids in like 4 years. But then he's like, or, who knows? Maybe might want them like 30 days down the road or something. That is where Ashley is like, uh-oh. But she's still kissing up on him. Okay, so elimination. The elimination night comes, and before anything even starts, Jay's like, listen, I'm going to bow out because I'm going to take myself out of it. This isn't friend hotel. It's love hotel. And I'm just going to take myself out of this. Which, listen, that's a classy man. That's a quality man. Like, he sees that this isn't going anywhere with Giselle. And rather than, Giselle just stringing him along and because he got life going on outside of this, instead of just like being strung along, he's like, I'm just going to go. I mean, he was going to be eliminated anyways, but he's just like, I'm just going to take myself out. Quality, classy guy. Shannon picks Earl, and everybody's like, why did she pick Earl? She picks Earl because she has that connection. She feels comfortable with him. She's like, after today, I see like the old Earl. And I like her with Earl. However, what if that other side of Earl comes out that she had a problem with? I mean, I get it, Earl. Like, there is that connection and that comfortability between the two of them. But like I said, what if that side that she doesn't like of Earl comes out? I'm just saying, like I said, I didn't see any chemistry between her and Adam. And I worry about what could happen with Earl, is all I'm saying. Giselle picks Phil, and Giselle, of course, is going to pick Phil because he got money. Let's be honest. I don't think Giselle is there to find someone that she loves. I think Giselle is there to find somebody who has the money. I think she's looking for a wallet. And Luann picks James, which is absolutely no surprise there. Okay, but who's Ashley going to pick? In the Ashley verse, who's Ashley going to pick? And listen, Shannon's commentary during this whole thing, yes, she's like, she has to pick Wale. The ladies love Wale for Ashley. So who does she pick? Instead, she picks Ralph. Now, when she picked Ralph, I was like, no, what? But should you really be surprised? I mean, who did she marry? She married an older white guy. So who's she going to pick? Of course, she's going to pick an older white guy. She's like, for Wale, she feels like emotion. But with Ralph, it hits her in her coochie. So that's what she said. So she picked Ralph because of lust. So anyways, there is an extra key. Joel's like, there's an extra key, but it's going to cost you a key in the next round. So the extra key, all the ladies agree that it's going to go to Wale. And actually, Ashley was kind of like, I should have given mine to Wale. So if you were saying I should have given it to him, then why didn't you give it to him? And why didn't you just get rid of Ralph? It's because the coochie is louder than your brain or your heart. But I'm going to tell you what, if I was Wale and she would have offered that to me, I would have said, no, thank you. And I would have ran for the hills. I would have said no, because I'm not sloppy seconds. Decorum. So, but then here's the thing. Ashley's talking to Wale. She's like, she says, I could fall in love with him. She tells him, I could fall in love with you. So then why pick Ralph? Because as we find out at the end, as we've known all along, Ashley plays games. Ashley will play some games. Now here's the thing that I did not know. I did not know, and I saw this online, that apparently Ashley's already in a relationship off the show. Like, apparently she already has, like, a man off the show. Boyfriend. So there we go. Yeah. So once again, Ashley's coochie picks Ralph, but her emotions go with Wale. Ashley and Ralph go up to her room. He's like, I want to make love to you. She's like, what do you want to do now? He's like, I want to make love to you all night. You've done known this girl for a week, probably. And all of a sudden, in order to make love, you have to be in love. So I know semantics, but I was like, come on. So she's saying all this, he's saying all this, and she's like, that sounds great, but record scratch. Oh, I just got my period. So Aunt Flo is visiting. So surprise, here's Aunt Flo. Later, Ashley talks with Giselle, and she's spilling the tea on Ralph. She's like, girl, I gotta tell you about this tea on Ralph, because that makeout session with him was bad. Like, it felt like I was kissing a lizard. It was terrible. So the producer was like, so do you really is Aunt Flo really in town? She's like, no. She flew in. She was like, there have been many of times that Flo's been visiting, but it's not today. So, surprise. Here's the thing. Ashley says she's not sure if she wants kids again. And then she says that having kids changed the marriage. And it was almost like, I don't know if she said ruined the marriage, but changed the marriage. Girl, no, don't blame that on your children. That's not your children. That was your pasty husband, pasty weird ass looking husband stepping out on you and cheating. That's what that was. He wanted an open marriage and you were like, no thanks. And he is like, cool, I'll step out. I'll dip out now. I'll dip my wick elsewhere. Those children didn't do that. That didn't have nothing to do with the kids. They didn't ruin it. Sure, there was change because you had to take care of kids, but bless you. My mother just sneezed in the other room. Okay, that's on that. I could go on forever about that. Okay. So, next day they head to the beach. Joel is rocking that banana hammock. I don't know why, but he was. Okay. So he does, I agree. It looks like he doesn't skip any days at the gym. So we find out it's going to be the dating pool is back. Plus one man is back. And this is the guy that Joel was like, I feel like he deserved a second chance. AKA, we need some more drama. So it's Mark. Mark is back. Mark comes out of the sea looking like a genie, looking like something from Aladdin. And I don't know what was on that. I don't know what was on that tray, but he has like a tray. He looks like he's like, a waiter from, the sea. So he comes out and he's like, I'm coming for Luann. I'm here to get her back. We find out that these men, I don't know. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm not saying these men are bad, but I was expecting a little, I don't know where they're getting the men. I don't know. I'm with Shannon. Shannon wasn't impressed. But we find out from one of these men that these men, they don't even have rooms yet. They're like, come on in. Don't unpack anything. Just stay in the lobby. You don't got a key. You don't have a room yet. So chill in the lobby. Okay. So Ashley talks with two men. There is Calvin, and then she talks with Scott. Listen, she was talking with Scott and everything was going on great. Then here comes Calvin. Calvin interrupting with the s'mores. He's like, we're going to go make s'mores. Scott's like, oh yeah, that sounds good. He's like, sit your ass down. Your name's not Ashley. I'm going to unbutton a few more buttons on my shirt and we're going to go make s'mores. You need to button up your shirt, Calvin. But listen, Ashley liked the fact that Scott was funny, and she liked the fact that Calvin was real confident. Okay, as I said, Shannon's not impressed. You could tell Shannon wasn't impressed because the one guy was like, I'm a doctor. She's like, oh, awesome. I got a whole mouth of dead teeth. Hooray. She wasn't into any of the men, and she wasn't looked to impress anybody. That's why, like I said, to the doctor, she's like, I got a whole mouthful of dead teeth. Root canal central. So there's that. Luann. Okay, so Luann is talking to, she was talking to Mark. I'm going to tell you what, out of all the women, Luann dressed the part. Listen, love her or hate her, Luann is great for reality TV. Luann, smokers, smoker's voice and all. She puts on the sparkly hat. She got herself in a bikini and a fishnet and like a fishing net. Luann brings it. Like, if I could have any of their bodies, listen, I don't know how old Luann is. Luann looks fantastic. Luann looks fantastic. She got the memo of, like, you know, dressing for like hedonism or something. So she's talking to Mark, and he's not putting on any moves. He's like, I'm back to get Luann. Well, then put some moves on, Aladdin. Put some moves on. He's not doing anything. And she's like, I'm going to go someplace else because this dude, he came back. He has a second chance. I'm half naked. He's not putting any moves on. He's not even kissing me. So he's not putting in any effort. This dude, I'm gone. So, okay, it comes time to pick. So, to pick a man from the new dating pool. So, I did not mention it, but Luann was talking to Mitch. She likes Mitch because Mitch likes to travel. He wants to travel, and she loves to travel. So Luann picks Mitch. She didn't pick Mark because he didn't really work at it. Like, he didn't put any effort into it. He was just expecting to coast through and get the key because they had that connection in the past. Okay, Giselle picked Theo. Giselle picks Theo, and this is odd to me, but I know why. She's like, I picked Theo because Jay was giving everything. Like, Jay was putting it all out there. Theo is giving nothing. So, in her mind, if you're a tall guy who's good looking, who's not really telling her anything, then that's a panty dropper, I guess. But here's the thing. Theo is a doctor. What do Phil and Theo have in common? Money. Correct. There we go. Shannon doesn't feel a connection with anybody. However, Shannon likes Mark, and she likes Mark for Luann. So she gives Mark a key so he can stay and possibly get with Luann. So now Luann, she got 3 men. Although, to be completely honest with you, I don't know. I think Mitch is going to be the one that's going to be gone. I think in the end, it's going to be her and James. Just because they got something there. And Ashley gives no one a key. Which is good because I didn't feel like she had a connection with either Calvin or Scott. And all the ladies love Wale. They want her to be with Wale. Okay, so Mark goes in, all the ladies return to their original men with these new men. The men are all happy to see Mark, like especially Wale. They're all happy to see Mark. And at the cocktail party, James and Luann sing Mark the Love Hotel song. Loving at the Love Hotel. Loving at the Love Hotel. He's like, oh. He's like, you got to come up off camera. He's like, that's it. They got to come up with more than one line. They got to do better than this. Because I'm here. I'm back. And I'm gonna be making some moves. What does he say? He says they got one line for the song. They better come up with more because I'm back. I mean, he's not wrong about the song. That sounds like a song I would write. Okay. So there's a cocktail party, and James calls Luann his girlfriend. She's like, I'm not your girlfriend. Wait. I don't know why I can't wink without going. Wink, wink. So she's like, I'm gonna go to bed now. She meanwhile has James is in tow. James is holding a hand, and following. So they go up to her room, and they're all like, you know, trying to play all coy and clever, like when Michael Scott and Holly Flack had sex for the first time in the stairwell, and they thought they were turning down their mics, except they turned it up. So yeah, they go to her room, and she's like, "Do you want me to show you my other hats?" My other hats means my JJ. You hear the zipper, and he's like, "I don't want to be caught with my pants down." Unzip. Okay. And then the Love Hotel came out. So in the last scene, Wale and Ashley are talking, and the subject of kids comes up. I'm going to tell you, this was her pushing him away. Like, she didn't say go, but this, in my mind, was her way of being like, I'm pushing you away. Here's the thing. She says that, well, he says, first of all, he says, I think he's right, because he's like, your friends, I got the key because your friends like me for you. And in my mind, he's thinking like, but do you like me for you? She says she's worried. She says she's worried that she's not able to like to be a partner with him in building a life that he wants, because he wants kids. Like, she doesn't want his life's narrative to change because of her, because of the fact that maybe she might not want kids. And she seems to think that he thinks that she's saying him wanting kids is wrong. He doesn't think that at all. I'm just gonna tell you this. Honestly, he should run. He shouldn't want anything to do with a relationship with Ashley, because he says it himself. She's playing games. Why do you need that? I'm just saying. I don't know that she's there to find love. I think she's there to find like lust. That's what I think. Okay, so next week, things get a little complicated with the triangle of Luann, Mark, and James. Do you see why I'm saying Mitch is out of it? I think Mitch is out of it before it even started. And we find out from Ashley that the kissing from Ralph, it's not getting better. So there we go. Now listen, if you watched, in the comments, let me know what you think. If nobody told you yet today, you were loved, seen, and heard, please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there in the world, so it comes right back at you. Please take care of one another. Always be aware of your surroundings. Be smart and safe. Hydrate often. I'm going to drink as much of this as I can today. Some water. Wham-a-ham. And if you're in a dangerous situation, please know that Dolly and I are sending out our love, thoughts, prayers, and all the positive energy that you need to make it through the day. Love you guys, and I will probably see you tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then definitely on Wednesday. Okay? So everybody have a great rest of the day. Love you guys. Bye.